Hi folks, Ron with Pioneer. It's planting time in Central Texas. I want to spend a few moments today talking about maximizing planter functionality. One of the things that each manufacturer calls for is the addition of particular lubricants to help maximize singulation and lubricate the planter, maximize seed flow through the planter. Some of them call for graphite, some of them call for talc. It just depends on the planter model that you've got. One of the things I always try to encourage is if guys put either talc or graphite into a planter, that they use something like an old axe handle to help mix that seed in the box. That does a lot better job of getting an even coating on each kernel to maximize the flowability and the singulation of the seed across the planter. Central fill planter is a little more difficult. I'd like to have guys take the talc, add that talc to the conveyor as it's going up through the conveyor into the central fill. That does a nice job of doing a thorough job of mixing and making sure that each kernel is coated correctly. New central fill planters, that seed has to travel a long ways through the tubes before it hits the discs and before it gets singulated and down in the trench. One of the things you may notice, especially using high rate treatments, is those can be a little bit tacky as the humidity gets really high. And one of the things you may have to do is increase the amount of talc that you use at that particular time and place. That's all dependent on, again, environmental and humidity. Each manufacturer has a recommendation. For example, Case Early Riser calls for 1/8 of a cup of graphite per bushel of seed, and John Deere planter behind me calls for a minimum of 1/2 cup or bushel and a half of seed of talc. So each manufacturer has their own specifications, and I would encourage you to look at that as you're getting ready to start planting. One of the things that's most important is to make sure that you get good functionality, good singulation, and the optimal population. Agronomists told me years ago that 75% of our yield was established with our planters. Didn't really believe him at that time, but as times went on, I've watched many farms. Planting is the most critical step that you have in the entire season. Not unlike having a team roping horse that stumbles out of the box. Make a mistake with a planter, it's really hard to fix. So do your best to maximize your planter functionality, whether it's using graphite, whether it's using talc, using the proper rates, making sure that not only are you applying it, but you're also mixing it and you're maximizing your planter functionality throughout the season. A great population is the number one key to good yields. Thanks for your business. Hope this helps. Y'all have a safe planting season.
That concludes this Pioneer Agronomy video podcast. Visit our page on pioneer.com and follow us on Twitter and Facebook for more agronomy insights.